You're the bottleneck. Are you not making a decision because you're tired or because you're waiting for perfection? I'll take speed over perfection any day of the week. Any day of the week. Majority of the decisions that we sit on are nothing that we need to spend a ton of time on. It could be quick, gun to your head decisions. What am I gonna do? Why are you carrying this mental debt? Why are you carrying this with you? The real opportunity losses are in the decisions that we don't make. Hi, I am Emma Rainville, your host. For those of you that don't know me, I am known as the Wizard of Ops. I have been working in direct response or e-commerce for over a decade. I've been over a COO for more than 2.5 decades, helping impact profits where they matter and grow businesses to be strong and stable. Today, we are going to be talking about the real costs of indecision. As visionary entrepreneurs, a lot of times there is so much in your head, new ideas, opportunities that you're stepping over, money left on the table, big ideas that you get sucked into not being able to move forward in decision making. Indecision causes so many problems when it comes to a business, and the real opportunity losses are in the decisions that we don't make, whether it be a new hire that we stall on that could have brought our business a ton of profit in products that we are already selling, or just simply an employee asking for a raise or resources that they desperately need to get their job done more effectively and more efficiently. A lot of times requests come in at a rate of insanity when you own a business, particularly when the business is rather large and when you don't have systems to walk through the decisions that you need to make. It can become quite overwhelming. A lot of times decisions come across our desks and we just don't have another moment to answer. And what ends up happening is this backlog of things that go stagnant and undecided on. Additionally, the mental debt in your brain that it takes knowing that you have this thing lurking behind you can really cause your brilliant visionary brain to stagnate. The first thing I look at is, what does it cost me to not decide? And it may take you just a minute to think about it. And I know that sometimes at the end of the day, when we're going through our inbox, we can't possibly even think of one more thing, but I'll challenge you to take a moment and jot down the backlog of things that are stalled, because you're the bottleneck, because you're the last person making the decision. If it's more than 2 or 3 things a week, you very likely have created yourself a fancy job title instead of a business that's structured. And you may want to start looking at some of my previous podcasts to kind of determine how you back out of that. Yo, we interrupt this pod to tell you to like and subscribe. What are you doing? Why haven't you liked? Why haven't you subscribed? Just subscribe. What's the problem? In all seriousness, subscribe so that you get notifications every time we drop new content. Additionally, if you have not signed up for our Visionary Vault, what the hell? www.specialopspodcast.com. Go sign up. It's free. We never try and sell you, and we're putting all kinds of stuff in there to help you with the operations of your business because we're passionate about it and we want to share operational excellence with our direct response e-commerce and online selling family. I'm going to ask you to jot down all of the decisions that you are collecting in your head as mental debt and ask yourself truly and honestly, what is it costing me not to decide? And so it might be that one of your staff members wants to move forward on purchasing an event ticket. The amount of people who pay the full amount of event tickets instead of the early birds when they knew they were going to go the whole time blows my whole mind. If it's an event you know you're going to go to regularly, why not just buy the tickets, especially when it's refundable or when you can push it to the next event? We're not taking advantage of those early bird tickets because of the fact that we like to push decisions until we absolutely have to make them. Number 2, you have the mental debt where it's sticking in your head. That's how I want you to look at things. Maybe you've been meaning to hire someone to handle your email. And so you not only have the opportunity loss of that email hire that's going to make you a bunch of money, but now you have the asset that you already have that's kind of dying off because you haven't taken a moment to really sit down and make a decision on that. Take a look at all the decisions you have, all the things that it's costing you, and then say to yourself, okay, what should I absolutely make a decision on today? Because I don't need to take this mental debt tomorrow and because it's costing me some type of loss. I also want you to think, are you not making a decision because you're tired or because you're waiting for perfection. I'll take speed over perfection any day of the week. Perfection almost always means zero movement. I would rather fall forward than fall behind every time. So ask yourself why you're not making this decision. Is it because you're afraid to fail? And in that case, fail away, because nothing great ever came from those who didn't have great failures first. I created a brainstorming custom GPT for you. You can find that over in our visionary vault at www.specialopspodcast.com. Go ahead and see what is holding you back from making this decision right now. Why are you carrying this mental debt? Think to move forward in a way that moves forward. Movement's important, and not every decision needs to be made today. I completely understand that, which is why you're going to make the list of what it's costing you. And if it's costing you nothing, but could cost you a lot if you do move forward incorrectly, of course, go ahead and put it on the shelf to have more mental bandwidth. But the majority of the decisions that we sit on are nothing that we need to spend a ton of time on. It could be quick, gun to your head decisions. So go ahead and think through what those are, get them off your plate so that your big, beautiful brain can work on big, beautiful things for your business instead of being weighed down with bottlenecked decisions that's not only keeping your staff from being able to move forward, but also keeping your business from thriving. If you'd like to visit our Visionary Vault, we have tons of courses in there, and you can get that custom GPT, www.specialopspodcast.com.